Reincarnate's doing really well. We're happy coming out here and having the timing between races. And we're just looking for a little more of an uneventful trip, and we'll take it from there.
Well, in fact, this is a horse that's forwardly placed in his races, had been, and then he's 11 lengths back. I mean, watching that race is your heart kind of in your throat thinking, this wasn't the game plan.
Right. Yes. So going down the backside, it was wow. Is he going to jump in the bridle, or what are we going to do here? We totally got taken out of our game plan, or out of what he had shown his preference to be, and I think he just showed another dimension. So I think what we can do is we can take away from that race is that he's a completely versatile horse. He gained a ton of experience out of it. He's a more mature individual. And coming into this race, we've got good timing between races, and he's doing really well.
What was it exactly, if you could describe? He had a lot of trouble in that race. It says he got shuffled back, but what happened at the break that?
In the start, he just didn't seem to be focused. I can't say specifically. He was probably moving his head around, and his head wasn't up in the V exactly when they kicked it. But in the past, he's been a great gate horse. Subsequently, he's been schooled in the gate. So hopefully we won't have that happen again. Johnny's, this will be Johnny's second time on him. Johnny will obviously be ready for anything that might materialize along those lines, and make sure that we can position ourselves to keep that from happening. Because in any race, you just want a fair start. If you can get a clean, uneventful trip, hey, that's all you want, because now you can evaluate where you're at.
Tava Messier and some of the other Derby horses you were around, both working for Bob, and then earlier when you were working for Charlie, you were around his Derby horses, weren't you?
I was. And how does this horse compare? In similarities, obviously they're gifted in running styles. I would say he's probably more along the lines of a Messier Taba in regards of sitting closer to the pace, but he did establish that he can come from off of it, But I thought his race at Santa Anita, when he was on the pace and they smoked for the half mile and 45, and he kept digging in, that was a huge effort, and I think it shows to me that he definitely will enjoy the classic distance, and I just love to see if we could get the opportunity to be granted a berth by him having a clean trip tomorrow.
Your thoughts on the field, top to bottom? You've got the Risen Star winner in there.
Right, top to bottom. Thoughts on the field? There are a number of horses in there that could easily wouldn't be surprised whatsoever. I would say there's at least 4 or 5 horses that could win the race, and I wouldn't be surprised in any facet, because what we're seeing in this field, as we're seeing in other Derby preps around the country, is you're seeing young horses that are developing. They're coming into their own. Now they're getting stretched a little bit further, and this is where these horses are going to start separating themselves with their distance limitations. But you're also getting horses that have a little more experience. They're starting to wake up. They're starting to figure out, what's asked of them. And so that's the fun part about the Derby trip.